conversations from the world of women's sports. This is WiSP Sports Radio.
This is episode 3 of Moovin and Grooving on WiSP Sports Radio, brought to you by Hyland's Earache Drops.
Have you been diagnosed with an earache by a physician? For natural relief due to earache pain, fever, irritability, and sleeplessness, try Hyland's homeopathic earache drops and tablets. Hyland's has been trusted for generations to provide safe, effective homeopathic medicines for all members of the family. There's no alcohol and no sting. You can get back to doing what you love. Go to hylands.com/ear-pain to find a retailer near you. That's hylands.com/ear-pain. Claims are based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence. Not FDA evaluated. Read and follow label directions.
Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome to our awesome little yoga bubble. I'm Claire Deacon, and I believe that women in sport deserve equal coverage. Each episode, I will be bringing you yoga basics and yoga tips. Today, I'll be highlighting some of the best yoga poses for cyclists. But first of all, I hope you're feeling wonderful, amazing, incredible, fabulous, marvelous, extraordinary, and anything else that is positively good. If you aren't feeling any of those things, then try taking a deep breath in. Pause a moment and then slowly exhale anything that is no longer serving you. Just let it go far, far away. It's all good. Life is good. Now let's take a moment of gratitude. I'd like you to think of 3 things in your life right now you are very grateful for. And make a note to yourself to revisit these things throughout the rest of your day. Be good to yourself. Let's keep those smiles smiling. So let's talk about cycling. Cycling is one of my absolute favorite things to do. When I was a teenager, I fell off my bike and snapped my collarbone. Even that hasn't put me off. It really, really, really hurt though. Cycling is most defo my favorite mode of transport. It's free, you get from A to B quickly, and you're saving the environment by doing it. It's a win-win-win situation. Cycling is one of the few activities in which muscles contract while shortening rather than while lengthening. The repetitive motion in pedaling can cause the muscle fibers to shorten, and this is also known as adaptive muscle shortening. This will not only cause an imbalance to your muscles and put you at risk of injury, but it can really jeopardize your posture too. And in yoga, we are all about posture. If you have significantly tight hamstrings, hip flexors, sore quads, knee or back pain, then you are quite likely to have adaptive shortening. Shortened muscles can impact your ability, comfort, aerodynamics on your bike, and eventually lead to injury. And one of the key muscles we're going to hone in on today is the psoas muscle. This is a unique muscle that connects the lower body to the upper body. I spoke about it briefly in the last Yoga for Runners episode, but most people haven't even heard of this hidden muscle. When the psoas is unhappy, it can create problems in your pelvic alignment and every part of your body, really. 85% of cyclists have an anterior pelvic tilt, with the front of the pelvis rotating forward and the back of the pelvis rising. This causes curves in the spine and can also weaken muscles. So think about when you're riding your bike. You're folding forward and your psoas is tight. Although a tight psoas is a common thing in cyclists, your bike isn't entirely to blame, so don't take it out on your bike. Modern everyday sitting positions can lead to a shortened psoas muscle. So sitting at a desk, driving, sitting on the sofa, the train, bus, merry-go-round, whatever it is, whenever your muscles are being forced in a shortened position for a prolonged period of time, it can lead to an underdeveloped psoas and harm muscle structure. The shortening causes a reduced range of motion, a feeling of muscle tightness and added stress on the tendons. If muscles shorten a significant amount, the result is postural distortion, and we don't want that. Another key and more obvious muscle for cyclists to focus on are the hammies, the hamstrings. They are responsible for the most important movements in cycling. They extend the hip and flex the knee. Needless to say, cyclists often suffer with tight and shortened hamstrings. The quads, IT bands, and glutes are the key driving force in each pedal motion, and the lower back takes quite a hit too when you're out riding as well. So let's do something about all this, I hear you say. Most cycling injuries are caused by tight muscles or a limited range of motion. By targeted stretching, you can lengthen your muscles, unlock your full potential, and extend the years you can cycle. So that's more time on your precious bike. So that is very good news. Stretching should be a preventative practice, but if you are already suffering with a limited range of motion, it can also be reversed. So more good news. Stretching out invites the whole body to relax and rejuvenate, which is something you'll be in need of anyway after a long cycle. So let's look at the first pose I have in mind for you. It's a low lunge. A simple yet effective yoga pose. And we'll get into this pose by transitioning from a forward fold. So from your fold, inhale and take a giant step back with one foot, then lower that same knee. Bringing your attention to your other leg, make sure the knee is stacked directly over the ankle. Point your gaze forward and keep your hands to the floor. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears, and you'll already be feeling it, but turn your attention to your hips and just gradually work on releasing them further toward the floor with each exhalation. Expelling tension every time you slowly release your breath. Try to hold this pose for between 10 to 30 breaths. And remember to check in with both sides, otherwise you'll be feeling a bit lopsided. So I think a low lunge is really good for cyclists because it strengthens the quads and glutes. It stretches the hips and the psoas, so the hidden muscle we just talked about. That's the critical muscle that joins your upper body to your lower body. And the low lunge can relieve sciatica pain. And I just said a minute ago that the lower back does tend to take quite a hit on the bike. You can be leaning forward for extended periods of time. And the low lunge also opens your chest, lungs, and shoulders. It increases stamina and endurance in your thighs and also improves your balance and focus. And it also calms the mind. The next pose I have in mind for you is bridge pose. And this pose can be exactly what you want to gain from it. It can be relaxing or energizing. It is one of the most commonly practiced heart openers. Bridge creates length where there needs to be length and tension where there needs to be tension. So, starting off lying on your back with your arms by your side, bend your knees and take your feet to the mat hip width apart. Press the feet into the floor. Inhale and lift the hips up, rolling the spine off the floor. Press down into the arms and shoulders to lift the chest up. Interlock the fingers, broaden your collarbones and lift your chest. Bring in your sternum toward your chin. Engage and strengthen your glutes more by keeping the knees in line with the hips. Keep the edge of the feet parallel to the edge of the mat. Keep pressing those feet deep into the mat and elevate the hips higher and higher. And to release this pose, unlock your fingers and slowly lower yourself back to the floor. So the benefits of the bridge pose for cyclists is it stretches the chest, neck, spine and hip flexors. So again, that psoas muscle is included in there as well. It strengthens the back, the deltoids, glutes, quads and hamstrings. So it's strengthening a lot of muscles there. Bridge pose also improves blood circulation, helps relieve stress, calms the mind and also the nervous system. And it also stimulates the lungs, thyroid glands and abdominal organs. So it's a good all-round pose there for you. And the last pose, I think, is an absolute match made in heaven for any cyclist out there, is a quad stretch lizard variation. And this stretches all the same areas in traditional lizard while also stretching the quad and knee of the back leg. But what is lizard pose, I hear you ask? Well, lizard pose is an intense hip opener. It is best to transition into this. So it's best to transition from a lizard pose from a downward facing dog. So in down dog, inhale one leg up to the sky behind you for a three-legged dog. Try to align this leg with the body that is angled toward the floor. Then as you exhale, draw the knee down and in toward the elbow on the same side. Step the foot to the outside of the hand on the same side. With the other leg, you can either keep the knee up off the mat or lower it down, whichever is available to you. And to get onto the next step into your additional quad stretch, you will eventually need to lower that knee down anyway. So eventually we'll bring it down and then bring your attention to the front foot, walk it out to the edge of the mat, then take the toes toward the sky and fan the knee comfortably out to the side. If this feels okay, on an exhalation, bend the knee and draw the heel in towards your glutes. Whilst in this position, open your heart to the sky as much as you can, and if you still want some more juice, try taking the front forearm down to the mat, leaning backward and opening the chest even more. And try to hold this pose for 5 deep breaths. It all sounds rather complicated, but it will be very, very worth it, I promise. Because in this process, you are twisting, lengthening, and opening all over the place, which is why it might feel like you're in a tangled mess on the floor. And to come out of the pose when you're ready, release your ankle, bring both hands to the mat and step back to down dog and continue on to the other side. So the benefits of the quad stretch lizard variation are it stretches the ankles, quads, hip flexors, that includes the psoas, the glutes, groin, chest, shoulders and neck. It really, really opens up the hips. It increases rotational spinal mobility, improves balance, and can help to alleviate lower back pain. So it's almost like the full works for cyclists, and I really can't think of a better pose for all you pedal maniacs out there. And one last tip for you here, ladies. When you're out there cycling, try to breathe slowly and rhythmically through your nostrils.
WiSP Sports Radio, the voice of women in sport.
So that's it for episode 3 of Moving and Grooving. It's been an absolute pleasure. For more conversations from the world of women's sport, visit wispsports.com and subscribe to the WiSP Sports Radio on your podcast player. Please visit our sponsors at hylands.com/ear-pain. And on the next episode, I'd love you to join me. I'll be covering yoga poses for equestrians. In the show notes, there will be example photos of all the poses today, along with the names in Sanskrit. So please check this out by going to wispsports.com, clicking on listen, and then on Moovin and Groovin. If you have any questions, you can email info@wispsports.com. You can also post your comments and share on social media. Just look for @OlasOceanTribe and @WispSports. And if you can, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes to promote coverage of women in sport. Thank you for listening and supporting women in sport everywhere. Cheers again and namaste.